Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. There goes our iron train. I saw a couple of cars as well driving on the main road between Palmdale and Montgomery, which is just behind us. Montgomery, that is. The road is in front of us. And in the distance is our multi-cargo train. And in the last episode, my question was, will that line work? No, it will not. You guys down in the comments did point out there's an issue at this place, at the steel mill. However, there's another issue as well, but they are related. So you spotted one I didn't, and no one spotted the one I did. Possibly. You may have done by now. But yes, we've got to sort that out. And I will go over that with you. So I'll try and explain why it won't work. Alright, you eyes up. We're going to allow our train to head up there. Its current orders will work. And now the route itself is fine, as far as I can remember. But it's the actual orders we gave it that will cause a few issues. The reason it's not as simple as it should be... Oh, we've got a few extra things here. Ford Model 77 and an Alco HH600. Our first diesel, we might be able to make use of that. But anyway, what was I saying? Yes, we've got new stuff. That means we're in 1930. Yeah, these two at the back, these are going to cause us problems. The caboose shouldn't, because it's got zero capacity. And there's a little uncertainty on whether the 50-50 will work. I can't remember if it only counts the capacity of viable wagons or the capacity of the entire train. If it's the entire train, that's a little awkward, but we might be able to do it. Anyway, this train is making its way up there. We're going to bring up its line because we have to fix it before it gets here, otherwise it's going to do absolutely nothing. And depending what the order is here actually for picking up the logs, which we do have on the platform. This journey we are currently doing up here is the one we were sat on, and if you remember back to that episode, we had some logs waiting for us when we got up here. So we have our drayage working just fine, and we should be pulling into this platform, yes, and to go and pick up those logs. But before we do any of that, we need to rectify the line. I'll leave that up there. Leave that down here so we've got all the information available to us. And I'm going to pause it because we've got to make sure all of this is set up correctly. So at Montgomery, which is where we are now, we know the Palmdale one works because we've just dropped off our first lot of fuel. And that is related to the issue we're about to see, because those back to fuel wagons are going to mess up anywhere we've got wait until full. Here we've got load if available, so we can ignore that. That should be fine. As long as it's pick up logs and drop off our construction materials and our fuel. This one actually shouldn't matter, except for this bit, the 50%. Unsure if that includes the capacity of the tankers. We also need to make sure we have an even amount of wagons, which we do not. So that was another thing that was an issue. That's technically unrelated to the one you pointed out down at the steel mill. The issue with the steel mill is the load full all. So if we're waiting for a full load all, we're never going to leave unless we drop fuel off there because of our tankers on the back. So we can't do that. It has to be full load any. Fortunately, that's okay. Or it should be okay at the lumber mill, but we might have a problem as far as does it count only the flat cars? Regardless, it's not going to be 50% anyway, is it? Because we need 12 of those. So once we've got in here, in fact, we should do it before we get there. At the risk of us losing some of our goodies, we'll add another flat car on here, cargo. We don't want it behind the caboose. We could have the tankers in between there. Modify it. It didn't lose any of our goodies. Perfect. And we can take a few more logs as well, so we've got a bit more capacity on our line. Right, that should be everything we need. Now it should work, maybe. The confidence. Right, what are you going to do? You should drop off all of our bricks here. There they go. And they got their first lot of fuel. Is that their first lot of fuel? Might be their second load. Right, you're loading up on your logs, but what are you going to do? You're just going to leave, yes, because it's wait for any amount, isn't it? Do we want to do that? Well, it's too late now, you're off. Ideally, I should have waited, shouldn't I? Full load any. Yeah, I think that's what we should do here. Although getting some up there might give us a little bit of crossover for our next time round, because the first time round is going to take a little while. We should maybe increase the throughput of our trucks here. I see there's more and more cars appearing on the roads now as we're into 1930. Been turning into a busy little highway, isn't it? Oh yes, it was whistling as we went through the tunnel. I like that a lot. Right, close that. We'll let you drop that off and pick up a couple just so we've got stuff underway. You should... we should check this before we go and look at the new industry. Montgomery Steel Mill. Ooh, where is that? Just there. That kind of throws a spanner in the works. Or does it? No, we've got iron up there. And we've got so much coal here. It's like a major coal industry going on there. What could we do with that steel? Well, maybe that steel we could send the other way. Send down the eastern corridor that way. Right, you're nearly there. But we should have steel on the platforms now. Yeah, there we go. We've started, guys. We've started to produce steel. In fact, it stopped. Yes, because we're not meeting the demand here. That's fine, though. We'll increase throughput on our coal and iron today. For now, we just need to get this up and running. I love this line. I'm not going to worry about meeting actual demand in Montgomery. If you try and meet demand all the time, you're forever chasing a moving goalpost. Because I think it's infinite. The more you supply it, the larger the city gets, the increase in demand. So I'm just going to go for whatever looks nice. That's what we're running with. As long as we're making profit, that's all we need, isn't it? Let's make sure this works, this leg of the journey. This train's so busy, isn't it? We can obviously increase this. No end. There we go. Picked up a couple of planks, yeah, and some more. Get that lumber. We do wait here for a little while. What I want to know is, will we ever leave? That's the question, isn't it? Will we ever leave here? Details. We're just going to continue loading by the looks of things. Is that such a bad thing? I don't think so. Manage line. What should you be doing? This is Montgomery Lumber East, yeah. You should be wait for full load any, of course. Yeah, we don't want you to do that the first time. So I think what we'll do now is we'll just flip him. Now, I guess once we've got 24 on, we'll flip you and then get you underway. Hopefully it works. Right, you get going. And you are indeed heading to the steel mill. Do we have another fuel train on the way? We should start to see quite a bit of fuel being earmarked for that run past Montgomery or up to Montgomery. We've got 188 on there now. I mean, we're going to get close to big boy territory soon, aren't we? We can have this quite long. I forgot I put cabooses on the back. Look at that. It's lovely. I like that we've got some semaphores down on this line as well. And are you on the way down? Yes, you are. You're on the way down. You should be full. Plenty on there. We can increase the throughput here. Whether it's required at the moment, I doubt it. But it would be for this. We decided on 2 longer trains, so we're just going to increase the length of these. Probably do it once we've dropped off this load, so when we're coming back with empties. Maybe. Right, let's head over to... We've got 116 million in the bank. That's lovely. Where's our new train? Oh, you're just passing through our little avoidance line. There we go. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I like this. I like using this as an avoidance line while we're not doing anything else there. We may just use this as an avoidance line. Eventually, we'll unage it. Now, there is a disused track mod. I'm not sure about adding it to this, though, as I do want to try and keep the mods down. They're already expanding, aren't they? It's a nice little collection at the moment. It could get out of control if I'm not careful. It only takes me to want to build something manually with building blocks, and then we've just got a full recreation mod collection, which most of you are probably not interested in when you're playing this side of the game. So yeah, I'll try and keep that minimal. Goodness me, Montgomery's grown fast. Look at all these high rises sprouting up downtown. It is actually becoming downtown, isn't it now? Yeah, Montgomery's got a downtown area. What about Palmdale? Palmdale doesn't. Palmdale looks kind of coastal. Maybe we could maybe get away with that. Call that the coastline instead of a lake. It's not though, is it? It's the river goes around that way. Well, yeah, there could be a little bit of coast down there. Yeah, that's what we'll say. Palmdale on the coast. Look at all these construction materials. Bricks as far as the eye can see. The question is our fuel train going to get here? Is that you? I think that's Cole. That fuel train, you're just behind it, going to get here before our other service. Probably because we have to go around the houses, don't we? We have to branch off down here, flip round, which we need to keep an eye on. And we've also got to stop at the steel mill, which is quite a bit on there. It's going to be a little unbalanced. We could always only pick up 24. I don't mind us having an unbalanced amount, although, you know, tempting. No, it's going to load way too fast. I'm not even going to attempt it. That's just going to load ridiculously fast. Look at our money just going up now. We're never going to see an issue there unless we do something drastically wrong. Yeah, it's just continuing to go up. You should be, I was going to say indicating to turn off. That's not how trains work. But you should be switching over into the station this side. Perhaps, yeah, because we've got nothing on that side. There we go. It can go that side, I think. I don't think we've got... Oh, no, it can't. Look at that. We've got a one-way signal. No, that's on the main line, isn't it? Yes, it can come in here. And we've got signals there. We don't have any signalling heading out that way, which is a little bit worrying. Perhaps we should do that. Although, no, we don't have trains heading that way, do we? That's fine. We'll leave that as is. Oh, look at that. That worked. Did you pick up... Yeah, then we can find out, can't we? You picked up 72. A 72. How many wagons is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wagons. That should leave us 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guys, there's the answer to our question, or my question, at the beginning that I was unsure about. Does it take into consideration what the wagon can hold? And the answer is yes. So when you do, say, 50% logs, it won't count tank cars on the back. That should hopefully work just fine then. Once we've got up to date down here. I mean, what we could do is take some of these logs down here via truck. We do kind of have a road all the way down. We could possibly have a bypass across this hill. Just to give it a full load. Although once we've taken it once, we should be okay, shouldn't we? We can just flip it once. It does mean we will have... Oh yeah, we're going across the crossing. Was a bit close. Actually, it's not as close as I thought. That's a pretty good distance, isn't it? But yeah, I think we'll just flip her around next time. Once we get up there. I mean, we could just allow it to do what it wants to do, to be fair. It would be nice for it to wait for the previous load. However, we could have 2 trains doing this, couldn't we? Now, that might be a thing we should consider. Yeah, what sort of line rate do we have on that? We're going to have a lot of stuff on here. Maybe if we go over here, we're only going to see this line, aren't we? See what you can see. What line rate do we have? We have 85. Well, that's it's not just going to be the steel or the construction materials, though. But we are taking 85 items per year. Mix of fuel and steel and wood in 2 forms, in log form and in lumber form. Once this is carrying full loads at every destination, that should be quite profitable. It's already quite profitable. Look at that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how much we actually make on that. Do we want to double up on this train wise first, or should we possibly add us just a couple more wagons on, perhaps? Give us a bit more length on there. Do you know, I kind of like that better. I don't know that we need much in the way of fuel at the moment. We can keep an eye on Montgomery's orders, because I would rather not do that until this has filtered through and we've got stocks waiting for us at the Palmdale station. So what we're going to do is just add us 2 more flat cars with side stakes. If we hold shift, we can just throw the caboose at the back. There we go. Yeah, we've got our tank cars then in the middle somewhere. That's fine. That's fine. It depends how we built the consist, doesn't it? Modify that. Now we carry a little bit more, which should be nice. Let's go and check on Montgomery. What are we delivering? Suppliers. Yes, this doesn't always work the best. But we are shipping 116 and 29. Oh, look at that spike. Look at that. That's impressive. We need to ship 125. I don't know whether that's because we don't reach it or whether the orders are just coming through. It is 85. That is correct, isn't it? That's oddly just all construction materials, and it just throws in 2 fuel for good measure. Although fuel's going to be a bit off at the moment. We do have fuel down here though. What's the line rate on our trucks here? The line rate is 84. Really? It's matching our trains. That's kind of nice. I would possibly like our trucks then to be ahead of our trains. So we're going to duplicate one of these. Get you on. Do you know what I should have done? We should have took a look at the Ford. That might have been better than buying another truck. Well, we'll leave you like that. We'll use the Fords. Oh, maybe on here. They might be useful on here. That's a good point. Yes, right. Manage vehicle. Let's see how these Fords shape up. What do we want to do? Replace all vehicles. Where are our Fords? Ford Model 77. They do 25, that's the same, but what's the capacity? 9. What have we currently got? These, isn't it? Yep, they have 1 extra capacity. What's the power like? 60 brake horsepower versus 48, so a little bit more powerful. What's the weight like? 1.5 ton trucks versus 2.5 ton trucks. Does that extra power counteract the extra weight? You'd need to figure out the power to weight ratio, wouldn't you? But anyway, I think we changed these just for the simple fact it would be nice to see something new on our lines. So we'll replace those. We should see how our lovely new trucks. There we go. Perfect. Yes. Little Fords. I didn't mean to spin it around that much. Everybody dizzy. That's a nice view in the distance, except for all the needless rocks, but it is a nice view. We even got a gaggle of geese there. Are they geese? I don't know what they are. Don't want to say they're geese. There you go. He just moseying on down the road. He does the same speed as the other ones, but he carries an extra log. Right, where's our... Oh, do you know, I completely missed what we were doing up here. I just took it for granted that it was going to actually fit in the station. Oh yeah, we should maybe meet demand here. We have a line rate of 130. What are you wanting to do? A lot more than that? Yeah, you're wanting to do 200. We'll stick a couple on there. And that'll take us to 10. I don't know what that'll do for the line rate. Oh, probably need a couple more as well. We have an oil refinery at Phoenix. This is where our big freight yard's going to go. So it's interesting it has a nice mix. Although these two work well together. And Phoenix requires fuel. Maybe they can have a local distribution. Who knows? But anyway, let's go back up here. I want to get you with... another couple of wagons on. That's nowhere near enough. There we go. Right, do we have the length here? That's what I want to make sure of. We could do with it being an extra... Yeah, I'm going to stick an extra platform segment on here. So we'll need that extending down there. Platforms. You get on there. There we go. A bit more room for you. I think we can add... another couple of wagons on here as well. We might as well go for it. There we go. We've got sort of half and half. Ooh, that was close. Is that almost perfect? I hope so. Oh, look at it. Oh, yes. Get in there. So what have we got? 168 we carry. Do we store at least 168? We store quite a lot more than that. That's lovely. So we can store... a full load easily of this train. I'm not sure what the line rate will be. If we can get it close to 200, then fantastic. If not, I don't really mind. I'm not going to sit there watching the line rate, as it takes years for that to settle down. And there goes our passenger train. How's our passenger platforms doing? Pleasantly busy. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Pleasantly busy. Are you full? As you're whistling through. You actually got a little space on there. Look at that. No standing room. We're not allowed to do that in this area of fictional United States. Is it United States or more North American? I think we're going to end up with some Canadian stuff as well, aren't we? So we'll have to go North American as opposed to US. Why am I so satisfied at the sound of screeching brakes? It just makes me happy, and I don't know why. I thought that was our train. No, that's our scenery. There you go, bringing loads of iron. Oh, I missed it. I clicked on the passenger station. We've taken 120. We do need to increase the capacity of those. And there goes our passenger train. You should now wait though for his back end to clear. What signal? That's a waypoint, that signal up there. Once his back end clears that, he'll be free to go. So we should get a green anytime now. Go. Ah, lovely. Whistles galore. Oh, I absolutely love it. And we've got our fuel train turning up as well, which we could probably increase the capacity of. Which was the plan, wasn't it? We do have a bit of room here, don't we? A little bit, even with the caboose. And we don't technically need the caboose on the platform. Ooh, we ain't got much room. Although we can extend this out a little bit. We could probably fit another couple on there, couldn't we? I'll tell you what then, once we've emptied, we'll stick a couple more wagons on. Are you gonna flip? Are you just waiting patiently? Oh, you're probably trying to even yourself out. We could pretend that he's refueling. We're getting a bit rusty. Our 9,000 here has been doing the work, hasn't it? I think the aging goes by the financial year. So, like, they age a year every 6 months, the way we've got it, isn't it? Or it might even be every few months, 3 months. Do we have it on times? Yeah, quarter speed. So every 3 months we age. Dear oh dear. Manage vehicle. Let's stick a couple more tankers on you. We should be good. Right, shift. Throw you at the back. Modify. We'll do the same with the other one once he's delivered his fuel to Palmdale, wherever you are. You're... Oh! Hold on a second. Wait, really? We don't have 3 on here, do we? I did not realise that this train was the one heading down, surely, was the one heading down the helix. The double helix. That's unbelievable. Surely I haven't been talking that long. Well, maybe. Oh, I love it when that happens, though. That means I've been enjoying myself. So we could change this one when he pulls into here once he's unloaded. There we go, and then we'll be all balanced. I honestly thought that was the one we were looking at before we went off and did the stone. Yeah, look at all that. Look at it all. We're starting to carry so much fuel now. What's the income like for this line now? Oh, it's going to be ridiculous, isn't it? Ignore the balance here. That's not what we're interested in. It's these blue lines versus red lines, and the John Taylor Fuel Corridor is a profit monster. Look at that. It's impressive. And it's only going to increase in profit as we throw more wagons on it and increase production and throughput. Do you know what? Since we've got the money these days, should we go for a little bit of official episode around here? It would be nice this looked the part, because it doesn't at the moment. We're going to go with a little bit of flattening before we official episode. We're just going to bring this out here so it all looks like it was supposed to be, with a little bit of a slope down to the refinery. Now what happens is it looks like we've got some foundation for this station. Foundation for the station. Now we can smooth this off with a little bit of official episode, and it shouldn't look as terrible around here. There we go. It looks like it was meant to be. That's nicer, isn't it? Yeah, it all looked a bit unfinished. Now it's beautiful. There you go. Well, I could get carried away with this, couldn't I? Spend all of our money. Why not? That's tidier, isn't it? I like that. I don't like how this is disconnected. We could paint it with some dirt, perhaps, just around here. Just so it looks like it continues off. Yes. Yeah, I like that. There we go. All looks like it's part of the station now, doesn't it? Do I leave a palm tree there? Is it a palm tree? No, it's a pine tree. Do I leave a random pine tree there? No, we get rid of the pine tree. There we go. Bring this down there. Let's give it a little bit of dirt at the edge there. I managed to miss that completely somehow. There we go. Let's get some more official episode done, because I did notice a few strange glitches there. Our train, I can hear it. There we are. That's what I was waiting for, and while we were waiting, we made pretties. You are going to be a little bit longer. This station is not long enough, but I'm not overly bothered about these long trains spending a long time loading and unloading. They would, wouldn't they? Even making the consist the realistic way would take a while. Right. Yeah, nearly 50% loading speed. Let's pause you once you're there. Did I get it? I got it. Right. We need to manage vehicle. We've got to throw a couple more on you as well. 1, 2. And we'll throw our caboose to the back. And now you've got 30 wagons on there plus a caboose. We've ignore that. That would be an issue, wouldn't it? Really? Our caboose. We just wrecked our caboose. And it's actually... It's fine. It's fine. The dude in here is probably wondering what on earth's going on. Oh, they're different colours. Are they? No, they're not. Are they? Oh, they're newer. They're not, I mean, I guess technically then they're different colours, but they're newer. These are worn, aren't they? I kind of like them worn better than I do new. The fact you can tell which ones are new is lovely. We have now increased our throughput in a few places. How are you doing? No, you're coal. We do need to increase throughput there as well. Where's our multi-cargo train? Where are you? The multi-freight thing. Oh, you're heading on the way back. What you got on board? 56 to 60. All right. I mean, that's okay. You're going to be nowhere near up to speed on this, but possibly soon. We might be able to get away with this with a couple of those trains running it. What are we doing logs wise? I guess we could increase the throughput here, couldn't we? We're currently taking 82, and the line rate for that is... Where are you? Where's the line rate for that? I don't know. I could have just picked it over there. And we're up to 90 already? That's going to fluctuate, so yes. I guess we could have another truck on there. Sure. Managed vehicle. Let's get another one on there. That should increase us to 102. Quite nice. That'll give us more logs waiting. There we go. We're going to wait back here. We may have actually scooted in front of the passenger train had we stayed on the main line. The fact that we had to divert onto the avoidance line is rather nice. We're going to leave once his back end passes this signal, Montgomery signal 14. As soon as that has passed, we should see this signal change to green for us. And then we'll get underway to pick up some steel, which we know, even with a partial load of lumber, we will pick up half of our flat cars with side stakes with steel. And you're going to whistle, aren't you, as you enter the main lane? Wait for it. Are you? Yeah, there we go. I was worried then, but I was ignoring the whistle boards. So there we go. Guys, we have it up and running. That I'm happy with, and I'm glad you suggested these cabooses. I love them. They do make a difference, don't they? They look the business now. Yeah, I still got to do the aging of these tracks. I will get around to that. It's been hectic in House GT, mainly with storms ruining my time at the computer. They're a bit electric-y in Texas. Did you ever take that? I'm sure you did. This must be the one we just brought up, right? Yeah, it should be. I mean, we could switch that, couldn't we, to those Model Ts. Not Model Ts. They're a little bit ancient. Model 77s. Yeah, do you know? Let's do it. Replace these. We're going to get... What would it be? These. No, we can take the 9 capacity ones because it's fuel and construction materials. Get in there. There we go. There we go. Oh, but they... Did we not colour these red? Did we not? No, because they were red. Now we need to colour them red. They're blue. Right, gotcha. Let's colour these. It's like a darkish red, isn't it? Like that. There we go. There we go. Right, they should carry a bit more now, which they do. Obviously, what I meant was the line rate should have gone up quite a bit. Yeah, 156 now on the line rate. Beautiful. I would like us to be ahead of the train with our trucks. Where's our train? Yeah, I want to see how much room we've got to play with over at this section, because we have to make sure we can turn round comfortably. That may mean extending this, but that's fine. That's fine. We don't mind it being a bigger yard. We may do something different down here, though. We may have an extra track on that side and just avoid the main line entirely. It's just non-stop. Oh, look at that. We are keeping up. I don't mind people taking the roads. There's not many people taking the road, but I don't mind. Yeah, it's nice to see a little bit of traffic on the roads, isn't it? As much as I would like to have everybody possible wanting to take our passenger trains, I mean, there's something to be said for some scenery as far as commuters on the roads are concerned. This should have increased throughput now. Let's just have a little look-see. Surely it's done a couple of runs now. We're actually above the 200, so that's nice. That's great. That's going to increase our throughput here, isn't it? Consumers 116. Shipping 116 still? How much do you want? You want 125. That suggests we are not reaching somewhere. Possibly. Let's get the brick. There, I see it already. Yeah, I'm going to say, let's get the brick icon up. It'll be these down here. They've sprouted up this way. Meaning, that's a little bit awkward. We'd have to drop off here instead. It still won't reach. We'd have to drop off there. Does that get everywhere? No. Maybe we need a double drop. If they're intent on going this way, which way are you heading? You're driving up that way. So we could potentially stop here. That would be fine and acceptable. It would reach this back end of Montgomery. Do you know what? For now, I like the idea of that. I don't mind multi-drop systems. We drive up this way regardless, so it's not really going to be a big deal, is it? Manage line, I would like you to also stop at this place. There we go, Lincoln Street. How are we doing? Are you ever going to pick up these? Just you got no priority over these, which would make sense, wouldn't it? They need less of them. Although we are starting to deliver them, and we have increased the capacity there. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. And I guess next time out, what I'd like to do then is up the capacity of our steel production, although that isn't what we're lacking in, I don't think, to be fair. We're shipping 97, which is 100%. And what is the line rate then on here? What did I click on there? Not vehicles, don't want that. Need these closer to 200, don't we? Right, yes, that's what we'll do next time then. We'll get that up to 200 each, or near as. We've got a bit of length we can add to them. I'd rather do that before adding another train. Do you know, should we do that now? Let's add just a couple more to this one. And we'll throw our caboose at the back. We've got a multicolored swap shop going on as far as wagons are, but I don't mind it. It looks very nice. Where's our iron train? Are you just pulling in? You are. The timing is perfect. Before you get in there, I would like you to have another couple of wagons as well. And again, we'll throw our caboose at the back. And then I'll tell you what, we'll get on the iron train. Alright guys, we're just heading out onto the main line. We got a lot done today. We've made sure that line works perfectly. I would like to skip though. I'm going to make sure we skip one run on that train so that when we come back we have a full load waiting for us. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. We will up the line rates for our current setup, and then the episode after that I think we start heading up and creating the Eastern Corridor and making our way down towards Phoenix, isn't it? And the plans for our big freight hub. I'm looking forward to building that. We're going to make it monstrous, and we'll try and detail it a little bit with just the mods we've got currently, because we've got wagons and stuff, haven't we, that we could make sidings for. I think we can make it nice and functional and profitable. So yes, guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.